Greetings once more, ladies and gentlemen. Today being the afternoon of Sunday, the 5th of October 2025, I'd like to greet and welcome you to our channel again and to thank you for taking time off your schedule to visit us and be part of us. That is highly appreciated. As well as let me remind you again to subscribe to the channel, firstly, and also to like the videos that we've made available to you, and to participate in the development of this channel and development of this discourse, and by participating in the development of the content and the delivery mechanism. In doing so, also, I like to encourage you to invite other people. Let other people who are not part of this, let other people know about this movement, and let them know about this channel, invite them to it, encourage them to participate towards its growth and development, because I believe it's very important and critical for the development of the people of the African continent. It's tackling issues that are at the center of matters of improvement or development of livelihoods of all people of Africa. Today, I thought I should tackle things a little bit differently, for reasons that will become clear as we proceed. As you know, we've been talking about innovations in the sciences and technology in broad terms. For today's video, I'd like us to talk about innovations and developments in the biological and life sciences, and the role and impact that they'll have on broader development of the Africans. So we are focused, we are taking things from the angle of the life sciences, biological sciences, which primarily are about the utilizations of living organisms, particularly microorganisms, as the primary source and basis for development of products that are later utilized in society, in industry, in health, in agriculture, and elsewhere. That is the angle that I would like us to take, a particular angle that I would like us to take, that we are not disregarding other areas of the sciences, technology, and engineering, but we are becoming more focused. There are various reasons for that, for my insisting that we take particular attention to the life sciences, and that became obvious and apparent during the onslaught and aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, because one of the interventions that was needed by the world in response to the scourge of COVID-19 was the supply of vaccines to people. There was a global demand for vaccines. And geographically, Africa became one of the areas globally that struggled to access much needed and life-saving vaccines. And I'd like to argue that one of the reasons for that is because we're not we're one of those, perhaps the only continent that was not developing its and producing its own vaccines. You know, and that weakness became very obvious during this. So the point that I want to make is that we don't have to wait for another crisis, for another COVID-19 like crisis, because history tells us that we will have another COVID-19 like crisis at some point in history. So when that happens, it must find us ready and prepared to respond accordingly. And we won't be able to respond to do that if we don't have adequate and comprehensive enough and relevant developments in the innovations in the life sciences in Africa, which will then become the basis for the development of products that are needed in health, in agriculture, and in broader industry. I just used the example of health and vaccine for illustrative purposes, but the importance and the need is across those three areas that I've highlighted, that I've outlined. That is industrial biotechnology, health biotechnology, and agriculture biotechnology. And that is what I would like us to focus on for now. Let our discussions be focused on that. Development, innovations, and developments in the life sciences in Africa, with those three phases of biotechnology. That's what I would like the discussion to focus on for now. We will look at other areas as we develop. As we develop. But I have chosen life and biological sciences as a point on which to start, as a base. So I invite all of you to be part of that discussion and that debate here and elsewhere, wherever you are. And I think that's very important, because it's about the health of the people of Africa. It's about because it's about food requirement, because we talk about developments in agriculture and so on, and in all forms of agriculture, both plants and animal agriculture, and health, and various areas of health applications and other industrial applications. That's what I'd like us to focus on, my beloved people. And we'll look at other areas as we develop. But for now, it's the life sciences, the biological sciences and innovations in Africa. And I'd like to stop there. And as we always try to do, to keep things simple and straight and focused. I thank you once more for your time and for your indulgence. Uthemba Wagamataba, bye-bye.